All right, guys, let's go over a few trades that I'm watching and a couple that I've taken over the last 2, 3 weeks or so. I don't make these videos as often because I don't trade as much anymore. But anyway, let's go over some that I took recently. Um, okay, so in my previous videos, I had said that I'm trading now with just trend lines and basically liquidity concepts, right? I find that the trend line trades show up more often, and they do run like far. I guess because I'm charting on the higher time frames, right? So let's get into this trade I'm currently in. This is Chewy, right? And this is the daily time frame. I saw that we were basically just consolidating like within this these two. Let's turn them into green. These two green lines here. So this is a fallen wedge. It's a bullish pattern wherever you find it, whether it's after a uptrend or a downtrend. The goal is to watch what happens as it gets closer to this area where price starts getting tighter. So I noticed that we were basically coming back down to this trend line. So we touched down here, this green area here. On the 4 hour, I believe we tapped, yeah, we tapped right here, and then we tapped it again here. So I was just waiting for a breakout to occur. I think the breakout was it the hourly? I don't remember what. I think it was on the hourly that I took the breakout. I don't remember exactly, but anyway, I'm currently in this trade right now. Uh, let's see if I can pull this up really quick. um, yeah, so this was on. I entered this on Friday. So I'm just trying to. Yep, I'm in this trade with 5 contracts and it's up 43%. So I'm gonna hold this until profit target is hit. Well, I'll sell maybe like 2 of my contracts here, another 2 here, and hold runners as long as I can. Costco was something. Actually, this is Cisco. Sorry. So I identified this consolidation in between, like in these lines here. This is a channel, and it was slanting downwards. And whenever you see price slanting this way within channels, like it's in here doing this, more often than not, it'll break out to the upside. So that's what I was looking for there. I sold this way too early, but I'm working on trying to figure out how to hold on to my runners longer, seeing as how I'm on the higher time frame. To be continued. Costco was a similar fallen wedge. This was the first touch. This was the second. There was one here. When we got down here, I noticed that we had this green, large engulfing candle. We had rising green volume. I don't remember if there was any bullish divergence, and I'll show you again what that is when I show the stocks that I'm about to go over for next week. But I hopped into this, and this is another one that I sold early. I was up like, I want to say 60 to 70% on this. It dropped a little, and because of fear, I sold early. But if I had held, I would have definitely hit my first, because my first TP was here, second was supposed to be here, third, and then the last one up here. Oh, actually here, and then last one up here. But sold out of that. Still a winner. Can't complain. Waste management. Um, I jumped into this because we were. Oh, yeah, yeah, I remember. So I noticed that we were respecting this trend line, right? We had 2 touches, this, and then when we broke out this one I entered, we retested, and then I sold somewhere up here. It looks like it's going to continue to take out these highs, but I can't hold that long for my money, so I'm out of it. Netflix, I traded Friday with 0 DTEs. Not something I would recommend for like people who were just starting out, because high beta stocks, 0 DTEs, will stress you out with how fast the money turns to negative to positive, right? So first touch here, second touch here, had the breakout. I entered on a lower time frame. I entered down here. I was on the 5 minute when we finally started. Yeah. So I entered here and sold somewhere here. This thing was like a 72 or 80% winner, like in a short period of time. If I had held, you see what's going on? We're basically going up, and prices will go higher. It's been in a sell off for a significant amount of time. This is a what do you call it, profitable company. Investors are interested, so now we broke out of the blue trend lines, right? We broke out of these trend lines here where price was basically doing this, right? And then on this day right here, we broke out, and that's how I caught this trade. Let's see. Wow, I have a lot of these little dots here. So prices should continue, but again, I'm already out of the trade, so unless it retests support, I won't be getting back into this. MSTR, I think I traded this Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. The reason why I traded this one, so I saw that we basically had this sell-off, right? So down. And at first I was trying to use a like a trend line breakout strategy for it, but it kind of gapped out of the trend line. You notice like how this candle gapped down, so I got rid of those and I just started watching it. I took notice to the fact that this candle, right, the mother candle, all these candles afterwards were inside the body of this one, and this is known as an inside bar. Let's see, I might be able to. So yeah, it's known as an inside bar. So this is the mother bar, and then the candle afterwards is inside of this. But the reason why I like the setup was because you had a mother candle. This candle was inside of this one, and then the next two candles were basically within each other. So it's like a inside bar, right? This is inside this. This is inside that. This is inside this. And then on the breakout, I entered at the retest of this mother candle here, which was this day. Super like happy with that trade too. It was a massive winner. I tried to trade Verizon and basically lost twice on this same setup. So I see that we had this touch, this rejection, 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 just always rejecting this area. I got in and basically got stopped out twice, and I decided to leave it alone. But I'm not giving up on it. I'm just I'm gonna wait for double confirmation before getting into this one. Let's move into our A+ setups that I'm looking for next week, or looking at for next week. So CoreWeave, no, not CoreWeave. CrowdStrike. Let's get rid of. Actually, we don't need to get rid of anything. CrowdStrike is basically in a falling wedge pattern, right? Prices going down, consolidating between two lines, right? Down, down, down. So I'm expecting a breakout to the upside. Another reason why I like the setup, you want to have as many confluences telling you that something is going to happen. We're coming down to this red squiggly line here, which is the 200 moving average. When the stock price is above this, it tells you that the bulls, meaning the people who buy it to get the prices higher, are in charge. Bears would control it if it was underneath. I also see, so that's this line here. So I also see that this area back here, this I'll turn it blue, this low has liquidity underneath it, meaning that there are probably stop losses under here. So prices could do something where it comes and takes out this low, right, and then moves higher. If that's the case, if we take out this low, which is what this blue line signifies, so we take out the low here, hit the 200 MA, also hit this descending support, right, and create like a hammer candle, which is a bullish it's a bullish candle when found at support. Bullish hammer. That's when a candle like this gets formed at support. You generally will take this trade to the upside at the breakout at the top of the candle. So I'm watching that as like one of my favorite setups for Monday. So that's on watch. Also, if we end up with bullish divergence, that's where price is basically going down and making lower lows, lower low, lower low, right? And then these would be lower highs because this high is lower than this one, this high is lower than this one, so on and so forth. If we keep making lower lows and lower highs, but the MACD and RSI are pointing up, then that tells you that there's buying going on and prices are falling, which makes no sense. So I would wait for a higher high to be created and I would enter that trade. And then I'll demonstrate what I'm talking about with the actual indicators. So we go for our moving average, convergence, divergence, and relative strength index. So as you can see, prices falling, and then the MACD and the RSI, they're both pointing down. So no divergence yet. I want to see this basically do something like this, creating higher lows, higher low, and then this would do the same thing too, but prices are basically creating lower lows and lower highs. That tells me that eventually the stock will turn around and I want to be in it once it does. So that's my number one on my watch list. This is the opposite of CrowdStrike, right? Prices are basically in an ascending wedge. So remember I just showed you the falling wedge on this one. Prices going lower, lower, lower. This one, prices are going higher, higher, higher. This has bearish divergence, which means that we feel as if, or we believe that prices will come down, and you can see it in the MACD and the RSI, and I'll point it out. Notice that hold on. So notice this high corresponds with this high up here, so this would be a higher high, right? Then you have a higher high, higher high. Look at this high compared to this one. This is a lower high, this is a higher high, so there's divergence of price and basically the buying indicator and buying over, sorry, this is the momentum buying indicator, this is the overbought oversold. So these are pointing down saying that selling is going on, and this shows prices going up, bearish divergence. Also, if you look at volume is starting to go down and prices are going up. You want, when we're in a bullish environment, meaning we think prices are supposed to go up and continue up, prices need to go up with higher volume. This is not higher volume, so bearish bias, definitely going to wait for this to trigger. Could be a few days, could be a week, who knows, but patience is virtue. This is Neo. Neo is showing one of my favorite patterns. This is a bull flag. So here's the flag pole, then here's the flag itself. I'm going to take the breakout of the flag to go higher. And then first profit target would be up here or here. Depends on how soon we break out. Okay. Who's next? This is Tyson Foods. As you can see, we pushed up against this resistance level here. And then second touch, so 2-touch trend line breakout is what I'm thinking. Volume is rising, so we have green volume. We'll wait and see. Let's see, one more. Tesla. Tesla is in this triangle here. These blue lines that you see, notice price is converging within, right? So in. I'm expecting a continuation to break out. So if prices break this high, where that's signified by this green line here, I'm going to buy calls to the upside and aim for these highs as my profit target. Let's see, what else do we have? This is Verizon. I just showed you. It's within these this descending trend line. Not gonna go over that again. Airbnb just had earnings and it gapped down, so a doji at support, which this would be support back here, doji. I take these trades, the break of the top of the doji, so it'll break out, come down to test it. I enter on the retest for push higher. Who else? Adobe's in this bearish channel. Now it's at support, so would be the support right here. I'm waiting to see what buyers are going to do. Procter and Gamble, fallen wedge, waiting for a breakout. This is another doji at support for Under Armour. This is Merck. I'm waiting for a breakout out of these yellow lines. This is Oxy. We're in rising channel, but it has bearish implications, so we could technically reject off the 200 MA. We're underneath it, meaning that the bears are in control, so puts to the downside if we break below these support levels here. Who's next? That's it. That's all that's on my watch for next week. So my favorite, let's see, favorite would be CrowdStrike, GE, Neo, Tyson, Tesla. Yeah, those are my main watches. So we'll see what happens. I'll probably upload again to show my specific entries, exits, and like the result of the trade. That's it.